Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're traveling into the world of the United States State Quarter Program, and the spotlight is on the Montana quarter released in the year 2007. This quarter might just be sitting in your change jar or coin roll, and while it's a piece of history representing the Big Sky country, some versions of this coin are so rare and valuable that they could completely surprise you. The Montana State Quarter is a true piece of American storytelling. Imagine holding it in your hand and seeing the bold design that represents one of the wildest and most beautiful states in the country. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a striking image of a bison skull floating over a rugged Montana landscape. The design was chosen to represent the rich history of the Plains Indians and the importance of the bison in Montana's cultural heritage. The skull, stark yet powerful, is a reminder of survival, history, and the natural spirit of the West. The mountains in the background reflect the stunning scenery of Montana, a state known for wide open skies, wildlife, and endless natural beauty. This combination makes the Montana quarter one of the most unique and recognizable designs from the entire 50-state quarters program. Now, while millions of these coins were minted for circulation, not all Montana quarters are created equal. Some of them contain rare errors, and it's these mistakes that can transform a regular 25-cent piece into a small fortune. Collectors are constantly on the hunt for these errors because they make the coin unique, and in coin collecting, uniqueness means value. One of the most fascinating things about the Montana quarter is the wide variety of minting errors reported. Some quarters show dramatic die cracks, which appear as raised lines across the surface of the coin. Others have doubled designs, where letters or details on the bison skull appear blurred or duplicated because of a misaligned strike. There are even examples of off-center strikes, where the design was not properly aligned with the blank planchet, leaving a portion of the coin without any design at all. These kinds of minting errors instantly increase the rarity and collector demand. Another feature that excites collectors is the condition of the coin. Most Montana quarters were used in daily transactions, jingling around in pockets, tossed in change jars, and passing through thousands of hands. Naturally, this means they picked up scratches, dents, and wear. But if you're lucky enough to find a Montana quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, one that looks like it just left the mint, it could be far more valuable than you expect. Collectors will always pay a premium for coins that look untouched, and when those coins also happen to have a rare error, the value multiplies. Think about it for a moment. Millions of people held these coins without realizing that some of them held rare variations. It's like a hidden treasure in plain sight. You might even have one right now in your old coin rolls or tucked away in a jar at home. This is exactly why coin hunting never gets old. You never know when you'll stumble upon something extraordinary. The Montana quarter also appeals to collectors because of its striking symbolism. The state nickname, Big Sky Country, is inscribed proudly on the coin, and the imagery captures both the rugged past and the breathtaking landscape of the region. For collectors who value not just money but meaning, this quarter holds a special place in the series. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. How much can one of these coins actually be worth if you find the right one? Well, ordinary circulated versions are only worth their face value. But if you come across a rare Montana quarter with a dramatic error in flawless condition, its value can climb to an incredible $87,000. So next time you get change back from the store, don't ignore those quarters. Take a closer look, because the Montana State Quarter might just be the small piece of silver-colored metal that changes everything. Top 2, our spotlight shines on one of the fascinating coins from the 50-state quarters program, the Utah State Quarter released in 2007. At first glance, it looks like just another 25-cent piece, but some of these coins hide secrets that can make collectors' hearts race and wallets grow heavier. If you enjoy coin hunting or just love stories about rare finds, you'll want to listen closely to this one. That the Utah quarter celebrates a state known for breathtaking landscapes, pioneering history, and cultural importance. On the reverse of this coin, you'll see a design that instantly stands out. It shows two trains meeting at the famous Golden Spike site, representing the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869. This event forever changed America, linking the East and West, and Utah stood at the very center of this triumph. Beneath the trains is the inscription Crossroads of the West, a phrase that captures Utah's role in American expansion and innovation. This design isn't just decorative. It tells a story of progress and connection, and that's part of what makes the coin so meaningful. While millions of Utah quarters were produced and released into circulation, not every coin turned out the same. The minting process, while precise, is not perfect, and sometimes errors slip through. These minting mistakes are what transform an ordinary quarter into something extraordinary. Collectors adore error coins because they are unique. No two mistakes are ever exactly alike. Some Utah quarters are known to have dramatic doubled dies, where the lettering or design details appear doubled because of a misalignment during striking. Imagine looking at the words on the coin and seeing a shadow or second impression. It's rare and instantly catches the eye. Others have die cracks, where raised lines appear across the coin from stress in the die. There are also off-center strikes, where the design doesn't fully fit on the coin, leaving a blank crescent along the edge. Even more rare are coins struck on the wrong metal planchet, making the entire piece an oddity that collectors would fight to own. Of course, rarity is only half the story. Condition matters just as much. Most Utah quarters were tossed into pockets, rattled around in jars, and spent countless days in circulation. They picked up scratches, dents, and wear, which drastically reduces their collector value. But if a Utah quarter has survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, without blemishes or damage, it becomes far more desirable. When that pristine condition is combined with one of the rare errors we just talked about, the coin's worth skyrockets. Think about it. Millions of people have handled these coins without ever realizing some of them carried unique mistakes worth thousands. That's the thrill of coin collecting, the idea that an ordinary-looking quarter can hide extraordinary value. It's why collectors continue to examine pocket change and coin rolls with excitement. Because every coin has a story, and some of those stories lead to incredible discoveries. The Utah quarter also has strong collector appeal beyond errors and condition. It is part of the 50-state quarters series, one of the most popular coin programs in United States history. Many families collected them when they were first released, and today people still search for high-quality examples to complete their sets. Utah's design, with its powerful imagery of the Transcontinental Railroad, makes it one of the standout pieces in the series, and demand remains high among those who want only the best examples. And now we come to the question on everyone's mind. How much could one of these Utah quarters be worth if you find the right one? While regular circulated versions are still worth just 25 cents, a rare error Utah quarter in flawless condition has sold for an incredible $84,000. So take a close look at the change in your pocket or that old jar of coins in your drawer. You never know, your ordinary-looking Utah quarter might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. And as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the thrill of the hunt alive. Top 3, we are turning our attention to a coin that celebrates one of the most famous states in America, the Nevada State Quarter from 2006. At first glance, it might just look like another piece of the 50-state quarter series, but some of these coins are far from ordinary. In fact, certain rare versions of the Nevada quarter are so valuable that they can completely change the way you look at the change sitting in your pocket right now. The Nevada quarter was the 36th coin released in the state quarter program, and it captures the spirit of the Silver State beautifully. The design on the reverse is one of the most detailed and vibrant in the entire series. It features 3 wild Mustangs galloping across the desert, with mountains and the rising sun in the background. Around them you see sagebrush, the state flower, framing the scene. And of course, the words "the Silver State" are proudly inscribed, a nod to Nevada's mining heritage and its role in American history. The design is full of energy, symbolizing freedom, nature, and the rugged spirit of the West. But what really makes this coin fascinating for collectors is not just the design. It's the fact that hidden among the millions minted are rare varieties and error coins that can send its value soaring. Let's think about this for a moment. Quarters are struck by the U.S. Mint using powerful presses, but even with the best equipment, mistakes happen. And when they do, collectors take notice. Some Nevada quarters are known to have dramatic double die errors, where parts of the design, like the lettering or the sun's rays, look duplicated or blurred because of a slight shift during minting. Others have die cracks, thin raised lines that stretch across the coin's surface like scars. These cracks are the result of aging dies under stress, and they create unique markings that make the coin one of a kind. There are also reports of off-center strikes, where the design is pushed too far to one side, leaving a portion of the coin blank. These off-center pieces are especially valuable when the shift is dramatic but still shows the date and state name clearly. And in very rare cases, a coin can even be struck on the wrong metal planchet entirely, producing a Nevada quarter that looks and feels different from the rest. These minting mistakes are what transform a common coin into a rare prize. Now, condition is another critical factor. Most Nevada quarters have been passed from hand to hand for nearly 2 decades, picking up scratches, dings, and wear. A coin in this condition will usually only be worth face value. But a coin in uncirculated or mint state condition, free from blemishes and shining just as it did the day it left the press, can be worth far more. When you combine a flawless condition with a rare error, that's when you reach the kind of values that collectors dream about. Think about the thrill of searching through a roll of quarters and suddenly spotting something unusual in the design. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know when the next discovery is right in front of you. The Nevada quarter has an added charm because of its wild Mustang design, which already appeals to collectors and lovers of American history alike. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of art, and for those rare versions with errors, it's a piece of treasure. And here comes the part you've been waiting for, the value reveal. While ordinary circulated Nevada quarters are only worth 25 cents, a rare error Nevada state quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition has sold for an astonishing $81,000. So the next time you get change back from the store, take a closer look at those quarters. The Nevada state quarter may be more than just loose change. It could be the key to unlocking a hidden fortune. Keep searching, keep collecting, and never underestimate the power of the coins in your hand. Top 4, we're looking at a coin that might just surprise you. The New Jersey state quarter, released in 1999. At first glance, it may appear to be just another piece of the 50 state quarters program. But some of these coins hold secrets that make them extremely rare and incredibly valuable. So if you love coins, collecting, or just the thrill of the hunt, stay tuned because this is a story worth hearing. The New Jersey state quarter was the third coin issued in the groundbreaking 50 state quarters program, and it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. The design on the reverse is a powerful image from history: George Washington crossing the Delaware River. This dramatic scene is based on the famous painting and symbolizes courage, determination, and the struggle for independence. Seeing it on a small 25-cent piece connects the everyday coin in your hand to one of the most pivotal moments in American history. Above the image, the words "Crossroads of the Revolution" appear, a reminder that New Jersey was a central battleground during the Revolutionary War. Now, while millions of these coins were minted and released into circulation in 1999, not every coin came out the same. The minting process is a highly precise operation, but errors do happen, and when they do, those mistakes create unique coins that collectors chase after with enthusiasm. For the New Jersey quarter, some examples have dramatic double die errors where parts of the design, such as Washington's boat or the inscriptions, look doubled or blurred. Others show die cracks, raised lines that appear across the coin from stress on the minting dies, giving each coin its own distinct look. There are also reports of off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably shifted to one side, leaving blank areas on the edge of the coin. Off-center strikes can be very valuable when the shift is dramatic but still shows the important details like the date and mint mark. Even more fascinating are coins struck on the wrong planchet, which means the coin was mistakenly produced on a blank mint for another denomination. These rare errors can instantly transform a common quarter into something worth thousands. Condition is another critical factor that drives value. Most New Jersey quarters from 1999 were circulated heavily. They went through cash registers, change jars, and endless transactions over the years, and as a result, many are scratched, dinged, or worn down. But coins that survived in pristine, uncirculated condition are far scarcer. A flawless coin, one that shines as if it just left the mint, will always catch the eye of collectors. And when you combine flawless condition with a rare error, the value doesn't just rise, it skyrockets. Think for a moment about the excitement of finding a coin like this in your pocket change or tucked away in a forgotten jar. That's the thrill of coin collecting. The idea that something so ordinary to most people could actually be an extraordinary piece of history worth a fortune. The New Jersey quarter captures both historical symbolism and the thrill of the hunt, making it one of the most fascinating coins from the early part of the state quarter series. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the answer to just how much one of these rare New Jersey quarters can be worth. While ordinary circulated versions are still worth only face value, a rare error coin in pristine uncirculated condition has sold for an amazing $79,000. So the next time you're handed a quarter in change, take a second to look at it closely. It might just be a New Jersey state quarter hiding incredible value, waiting for you to notice. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Top 5, we're heading deep into the heart of the Lone Star State, because we're going to talk about the Texas State Quarter released in 2004. At first, it may seem like just another part of the 50 state quarters program. But as with so many of these coins, hidden among the millions are special versions that collectors dream about. Some of these rare Texas quarters are so valuable that they could turn a simple piece of pocket change into the discovery of a lifetime. The Texas quarter is one of the most striking designs in the entire series. On the reverse side, you see a large star, the legendary symbol of Texas, proudly displayed over the outline of the state. Behind it are lines that represent the lariat, the rope used by cowboys, circling the design as a nod to the state's rich ranching history. At the bottom, the words "The Lone Star State" are inscribed, reminding us of Texas's unique identity and independent spirit. It's a simple yet bold design that reflects the pride Texans feel for their state. When the coin was released in 2004, millions were struck and released into circulation, but as always, not all of them came out perfectly. Mistakes happen in the minting process, and for collectors, those mistakes are treasures. The Texas quarter has been known to show several types of errors that make it stand out. One of the most exciting are double die errors, where parts of the lettering or the star itself look doubled, as if there's a shadow. This happens when the die shifts slightly during the striking process, and it instantly makes the coin unique. Other Texas quarters have been found with die cracks, thin raised lines across the surface caused by stress in the minting equipment. These cracks can sometimes run through the star or across the outline of the state, creating a striking visual that collectors love because no two coins look exactly the same. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is noticeably pushed to one side, leaving blank metal along the edge. The more dramatic the shift, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. In the rarest of cases, coins are even struck on the wrong planchet altogether, which means the blank piece of metal was intended for another denomination. Imagine holding a Texas quarter that isn't even the right weight or metal type. Those are the kinds of oddities that make collectors go wild. But beyond errors, condition is everything. Most Texas quarters circulated heavily after their release, tossed into change jars, rattling around in pockets, and passed from hand to hand for years. As a result, most show wear, scratches, and other marks that make them less appealing to collectors. But a coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition is far harder to find. When you combine flawless condition with a dramatic error, that's when you start talking about serious value. Think about it for a moment. Millions of these coins were minted, but only a tiny fraction carry these rare characteristics. And most people who held them had no idea. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. You could have a fortune hiding in plain sight, sitting quietly in a roll of quarters or a forgotten drawer. The Texas quarter, with its bold Lone Star design and powerful symbolism, already attracts plenty of attention from collectors. Add in the chance of rare minting mistakes, and you have a recipe for one of the most exciting quarters in the whole series. And now we come to the moment everyone waits for, the value reveal. While a regular circulated Texas quarter is worth only its face value, a rare error coin in mint state condition has sold for an astounding $75,000. So next time you see a Texas quarter in your pocket change, don't just spend it without a second look. Examine it carefully, because you might just be holding a rare and valuable piece of history. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins hold the greatest surprises.